How you doing, guys? Today is a video where we kind of pick up where I left off on the Senior. A little over a year ago right now, I was working on the drive shaft of the Senior. I decided to put the whole project on hold until I was able to figure out what I was going to do with the gearbox, because I kind of got to the point where I was like, look, I don't think I'm going to spend a whole lot more money on this thing or any more time invested if this is going to be some sort of, half-hearted effort. But if you saw my prior video, you know that that portion of the project was rectified. So today I'm coming home actually from my buddy's place where I kind of picked up where I left off a year ago. And I apologize, some of the video is a little choppy and it's like, well, this doesn't really look like that because, a year has transpired. So I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you enjoy the update you're going to see on my Senior. I am going to have to go back to the RJ35 project and get that wrapped up before we can dive head first back into the Senior, which is going to get done because I need to get this tractor finished. I really need to get this tractor finished. It's been, I've owned it for like, 7 years or something like that. So this is going to be the main project right now, I believe, for the remainder of the summer because there's a lot to do. But enough about that. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy this video, and yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. How you doing, guys? Today we are working on the drive shaft of the Senior. I thought it was a little bit out of whack, so I put it in the lathe here, spun it. It's close enough. It might be a little bit out of whack, but it's good enough. One thing I don't like is I don't like this weld. I don't know who did this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this cutter, I'm going to whittle this weld down, and then I'm going to clean it and re-weld it. So that way we have a nice marriage between the gear and the drive shaft itself. Yeah, it's fine. It's all set. Just gotta do a little.
I think I'd add a little more to that one, and this right here.
Yeah.
Between the teeth, the tooth, and the
weld. Okay.
It's low.
Well, then that's what we'll do. So we're back at the home shop, and as you can see, I did 1, 2, 3. I've done those 3 teeth, and I think they look mint. Which means I got to do every single one of these teeth on this gear. They're all nice and smooth. You can see the valleys are nice on both sides. Here, let's turn this thing around a little bit so you can see. So, oops, sorry. So the valleys are all done. The teeth are all done. I'm just kind of going real slow with the file and the die grinder. And I'm just going to go through each and every single one. Now, a lot of these are going to be quick because there's nothing to do on this. But like this one needs to be ground down. These 3 right here, more than half of the tooth on each one was gone. So even the chunk was missing here, and you can see there's a couple chunks missing out of those. So I recreated those teeth. I'm real happy with the way those came out. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue working around this gear. And once we get that done, I will show you what the next step is for me. So this is the replacement gear that meshes with this gear. So the teeth that I just redid, they're right there. If I just take this gear and just kind of drop it down inside and I kind of roll it, I think that's more than acceptable. I think that's going to be just fine. I think the shape of the tooth that I'm creating is going to be just fine for what we're doing here. As long as the teeth have full engagement and there's a full tooth there, not only a half a tooth, this should be fine. So I'm going to continue working on this, just as I indicated, and eventually we'll get over to the machine shop and turn this gear into the appropriate gear to mesh with that one. But that will be for another video. Next up, we're going to make or machine the output shaft gear of the transmission. Basically, I need to take this gear and turn it into this old worn out style gear. So, boring bars in. I need to center it, tighten it all down, and then we'll get this, we'll bore this out to the correct size. I don't know what it is offhand. I got to measure it, and we'll get it to that final diameter. But for right now, we can just go hog crazy because this thing needs a bunch of machining. So after all that, let's take a look and see how it works. We got the transmission up on end. I have the gearbox that my friend made for me in place. I got one bolt just loosely affixing it because I don't want that thing to fall off the back of the transmission while I'm fooling around here. That would be a real pisser, to be honest with you. This is the transmission, all right, the output shaft. The transmission has a gear on the end of it. This is the gear that came off of my Senior, and you can just see, look at the teeth. It's just destroyed. I have no idea. Somebody cut a key slot in it, which it didn't need. I have no idea what this thing is. I don't know what they were doing with that, but they basically hogged that out too. But the whole gear was just junk, 100% junk. So the guy that actually made the gearbox for me was the one that was able to find the appropriate gear I needed to machine down to fix this particular piece. And that's what I worked on earlier in the video. So we got that gear. We go ahead and you can see how that slides on super nice. But from the factory, Wheel Horse welded this gear to the back of the output shaft. I will do that eventually, just not now. Got it on, slipped it on. I will put like a bronze washer or something in the back just to keep it up off the bearing. But in general, there it is. It's all set to go. I couldn't have made that probably better, to be honest with you. And then here's the drive shaft with the new, with the new teeth put in place. We drop that right in and we take a look, give it a spin. Everything looks to work perfectly. Yeah, I am so psyched right now. This was, as a tractor guy, this was keeping me up at night, but I can sleep good tonight because everything just lined up real good, and I can't be more ecstatic about this. This should run and drive really nice. Well, like I said, sorry about the choppiness of the video. Literally, this video has taken about a year and 2 or 3 months to make, based on where I was in the thought of doing this project. So thank you very much for everything, everyone. Thank you for your viewership. Thank you for hanging in there with this project. We will be working on the Senior for the most part this summer. With this gearbox, I have put the other projects that I planned on doing this year to the side. I will be pulling my little RJ out though, because I do have to get that ready for the Wheel Horse show. But as a major heavy hitting project, we're going to be working on the Senior. So please like, share, and subscribe. And if you would, ring the bell so you know when the next senior video comes up if you're interested in this. And as always, thank you again, and you have a great day.